I want to know a little bit about yourself first, and where you were before TSG, if you could tell me about that.
Yeah, sure. So I've been working with SharePoint for the last 10 years. Before working at TSG, I was working at University of Manchester, worked there about 10 years, and then worked for various SharePoint consultancies. Most recently, a company called WM Reply, where we worked with SharePoint intranets and Office 365.
Do you have any regrets of pursuing a career in
Well,
IT?
Well, I wanted to become an international cricketer, but yeah, that wasn't going to be. So that wasn't meant to be. So yeah, I wasn't that good at cricket. I was good when I was younger, but then it kind of faded away. But yeah.
Or is it still a hobby that you pursue in your spare time? Or
Yeah, I still play a bit of cricket now and then. But yeah, mostly recreational. But yeah, not too serious. No.
because I was going to ask you if you have any life goals or aspirations outside of work. Does it relate to cricket or maybe something else?
Yeah, well, I guess when you get older, you kind of priorities change a bit. I think my aspirations are just to be kind of a good father, good husband, and to my kids, and a good son, good uncle. That's kind of I'm very family orientated. So if I can tick those boxes, I'm doing all right.
They're good values to have.
Yeah.
So that leads us on really perfectly
Yeah.
to the fact that you work from home most of the time.
Yeah.
Um, and I wanted to know how working from home and having that role where you can have that flexibility fits in with your lifestyle.
Oh, it's perfect. My previous role, I didn't have that work-life balance, and it was difficult for me. And it's difficult for my family as well. There was a lot of traveling. There was a lot of late nights, a lot of going away, just being away from the kids. And I've got young kids. It was difficult. I think working from home, it just kind of changes the whole dynamic. I think when you're a happy person working from home, it increases your productivity as well, because when you're in that zone, you've got no distractions, you're feeling good, you're not worrying about things, and you can concentrate, 100% on your job.
Obviously, when you are working from home, you're going to have your work and personal life kind of mixing together. How do you separate those two?
Yeah, it can be difficult. You've just got to give yourself some boundaries. I mean, what I tend to do is I have myself say, for example, I'll start work at around 8:45, and I'll log onto my machine. And then what I'll do is, if I do have a tea break, I'll make sure it's not longer than 10 minutes. I won't turn on the TV in the house. I'll make sure that TV is always off. You just have to be a bit more disciplined. But at the same time as well, sometimes you just need a bit of fresh air. So what I like to do at lunchtime is just take a stroll for about half an hour or so, just get out of the home, just walk around for a bit, clear my head, not think about work, and then come back. I think that helps as well, just breaking it up the day. Um, yeah, so I think if you do those things, and then there have been times where I just wanted not to be in the house, so I've gone to my local coffee shop and just spent the day just in the coffee shop, just sitting down, and that helps as well, just breaking it up. Microsoft To Do is a really good tool to have. So basically, you can specify all the tasks that you're doing that day, and you just have a little checklist of ticking them off as you go. I also quite heavy user of Microsoft Teams, which I use to kind of keep in touch with my local team at TSG. Yeah.
Working with a team when you're all in different places, how do you avoid miscommunication between yourselves?
Yes, that's a really good question. It can happen. I think because we all collaborate on Microsoft Teams, and we've got our team, we're all Office 365 consultants, and we're all kind of saying we're all good technical people and good technical knowledge. So if we have any problems, we tend to post those questions on our team, and then our team will come in and everyone will chip in with an answer. And it's really good because you'll get a conversation flowing within teams without having a massive email inbox intro. But it's a really good way of communicating. And then if you want to delve a bit deeper, you can have an individual chat with that person through Teams and just ask for a bit more information. So it kind of covers of everyone's in the loop because you're talking through Teams, and then if you want that specific information, go to that person directly.
It's hard to, stay motivated when you're by yourself as well.
Yeah.
How do you tackle that?
The motivation. I love my work actually. It's Office 365. It's quite challenging. It's quite good. So the work that comes out of us is usually quite different, and because you've got that difference, it keeps you motivated and challenged, because you'll usually have something different every time. Not always the case, but that generally keeps me motivated. And also I try to keep on top of things as well, because I'm always looking for different ways of doing things. So doing a bit of research on the internet, just seeing if there's any other ways to do a certain project, certain task that I've been doing, is always a good way of just trying to keep myself motivated so it's not too boring. What drives me? I like to do a good job, be the best I can be. I think that's a mantra that I kind of work on, be the best that I can be and never stop learning, and never be afraid to ask questions, no matter how stupid they may seem at the time. But just not having that ego and just having that drive within yourself to improve, and ask your colleagues and how you can improve as well, and take on their feedback. I think if I've got all those things kind of motivate me, if I'm doing a good job for my team, I'm happy.